YouTubers. While YouTube's still allowing new content and not censoring every little word being said, I'm gonna make my first video. Well, I decided the first thing I'm gonna talk about would be a subject in anime. I might go on various rants about politics and whatever else crops up on my mind, but I happen to like anime, I like video games, so I'm probably going to talk about things of that nature, or things I think need discussed about certain chains that people work at, because I work at one and it needs brought up. Back to the topic I'm starting on, a particular anime called One Punch! Yep. You're all familiar with it by now. You've seen it everywhere. Well, one thing I want to bring up is, by the end of the last few episodes of this series, he's in B class. Okay? By the time he fights Lord Boros, he's officially B class. That's something that a lot of people keep calling him C class for whatever reason. Maybe they just weren't paying attention. He's B class now. You know, when you see that little paper in his pocket, that's him being promoted after the psych evaluation. Well, I want to talk about Genos now. Genos, he's hunting after some cyborg. We don't know what this cyborg looks like. We don't know the cyborg's name. Well, Dr. Kusano's going after it, so I'm assuming Dr. Kusano is its creator and he feels responsible for the damage it's done. Okay? Now, Genos has a personal grudge against it. I don't really know if he remembers what it looks like. He's always trying to find his enemy, but he doesn't seem to even know what he's looking for. So I'm wondering if he even remembers what the thing looks like. I'm willing to bet he has suffered a concussion. That's why he can't remember. Or why he doesn't talk about it. He doesn't bring up key details that if he brought with Saitama, Saitama might actually make a smart but aloof observation. Well, then let's look at Drive Knight. He looks all cool. Now I'm looking at the artistic style and how he just looks cool and has a sharp, spiky-like hair that angles down, while Genos has really short, spiky-like hair. Well, actually, when I think of long hair, I think like beyond shoulder length. So if it's not past the shoulders, I'll call it short. And seeing as how Drive Knight's hair doesn't go past his shoulders, I'm calling it short. Because in anime, we've seen long hair. I mean, look at what Goku has. Now, what I'm bringing up is Drive Knight points Genos towards Metal Knight. Go for it. And I've heard it brought up that he could easily just be a villain in that series. Well, my thought is this. That's a good point. He can easily be a villain. And what that brings me to is he can also be a scapegoat. No one in many videos I've turned and clicked on has seemed to have brought this whole scapegoat thing up that I will bring up. Because isn't it interesting that Boros, he could have tested his weapons on the civilian population if he wanted to. He chose to test his weapons on things that tend to threaten humans. So even though he's not altruistic, he still feels a desire to at least use his testing as a method to save us. Look at Dr. Genos. He could have done something similar, but he chose not to. What's that about? Now, if I go back to Genos here, how long has he known Drive Knight? Up until the last few episodes of this series, he never talks to Drive Knight. I've never seen it presented where he does. Heck, he's basically talked to Amai Master. And even Amai Master didn't point him at someone he doesn't understand. And they're a lot alike too. And my mask might be a jerk, but he doesn't start pointing Genos in directions that, like, Genos doesn't even ask, what evidence do you have? He just goes with it. What do you think about that? I mean, just going with something. If I were to tell you this guy is responsible, or that guy, this guy, that guy was responsible for something that was bad happened to you, wouldn't you want evidence, or rather to know how I know that? I would think you would ask how I know that, which I would be upset and say, you gotta trust me. That's a sign that it's a red flag. But Genos doesn't ask these questions. People are just trusting Driver Knight that Metal Knight is the enemy. Well, not so much trusting as they're just not mentioning the fact that they don't. Well, what I'm getting to is there's been no prior interactions, as I mentioned before, and yet Genos is trusting him. Why didn't he bring this up with Saitama, that he has found news of his enemy master? You would think he'd be excited enough to talk about it. That's why he's training under Saitama. Wouldn't he want to train again? Just to see what he's got, what he's capable of? Maybe he should spar again. Maybe there'll be future sparring scenes in Season 2, 3, 4, 5. And, you know, I noticed that when Saitama spars, it actually brings character development. I heard that Tatsumaki and him went against each other, and this is a different subject. This is the subject of Tatsumaki and Saitama's fight. Yeah, I'm moving from one to another, okay? Now, on this subject, Saitama typically doesn't tend to care. He's not really the most altruistic guy, and yet he's a good guy. Tatsumaki and Blizzard fight all the time. Why is it he intervenes now? In fact, they've probably been fighting in between episodes, if there ever was episodes like that. But he doesn't always feel the need to intervene, and you know he doesn't have much emotion, so it's not like, you know, when Ichigo in Bleach stops people from fighting, and he's like, stop it! No, this is Saitama, he's like, why are you fighting? And I'm not really clear on his motivations here. It's not like with other characters, like when Goku tried to stop people from fighting. Saitama's... well, he just doesn't have the same reasons to stop people from fighting. In fact, I can't figure out what his motivations are. He's not exactly driven. He's one of my favorite kind of characters. He's got something else going on. He's not on a moral high horse, so why does he care? I mean, keep in mind, this is the same guy who punched a giant guy on, what was the city called? City J? No, that's a waterfront city. That's a seafront city. You know, beach property where the deep sea folk come from. But I don't understand Saitama's behavior in the manga, in the comics. Keep in mind, I saw this one from Durzo Blitz. He's pretty cool. I like his art style, and he does these really cool video things. Like, he'll partially animate it. I kind of wish he'd animate more. And color in more of the work. Because it's awesome. He does great work. And I don't know if he really does the online comic. Maybe so. But since Saitama isn't like American superheroes or other Japanese hero characters, he's not morally perfect or pretending to be. He's just average. He's average guy, kind of like your bored high schooler, like, what are you doing type. Not really impassioned, not anything like that. I'm back down to his motivations. Now, a simple stopping people from fighting you might think would be simple. You don't want unneeded chaos or whatever. But I'm talking about a guy who doesn't tend to care. That's why I'm bringing it up. Since he doesn't really care, what he's motivated by something that Anyway, that's my thoughts on One Punch Man so far. If there's something you want me to add, place it in the comments below. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my first thing. I'm that comment guy who's been on a lot of things, making comments about stuff. I'm GFish17. And let me tell you something. I'm faking it. But what am I faking? What is it? But seriously, what is it? I've changed. Midway through the conversation, I went from talking about Saitama and Genos to Saitama and Tatsumaki. The content's just changed. Oh my gosh. It's changed. That matters. Apparently. Yeah. It totally matters. Kittens.